walk away to like get up and get a cup so you could get some water, let me sip some water. I'm telling y'all, man, keep your bodies hydrated and keep the tooties, keep your bodies hydrated just like you want the tooties coochies to be. Think about it like this. You keep yourself hydrated, you keep yourself moisturized and clean, you're gonna keep the tooties nice and wet and help make them non-clean. You're gonna be the reason why they need to get in that shower for you to get in there with them. Yeah. Y'all niggas out here trying to drive the boat. Y'all need to drink what's under it. Anyway, to talk about something less than a bait of Nintendo. I saw the headline for this article, and originally I was just gonna pull it up and talk about it, but I saw some other articles that shortly afterwards relate to this that just made the fact that I found this article too perfect. I didn't check out this article, I didn't read this article, but in general, I want to read this list of 5 things Jacob Fox always tells people before they buy a new gaming PC. Excuse me. Let's read. I just want to read the headlines of what those 5 things are. GPU first. Start by choosing a GPU. That's true. That's true. When you on PC parts picker, pick that damn GPU first. RAM second. 16 gigabyte RAMs is fine on a budget, but try to get DDR5. That is true. Get yourself DDR5 32. Future-proof your PC. I brought 32 gigabytes of RAM in 2020. Don't regret it at all. Or Shift Escape. Just so y'all know I'm not lying. Now don't look at the other specs of my computer because I built this computer for about $600 when I got it. So it is what it is. But look, where is the number? Where the fuck is it? Well, y'all can see right here. Committed. I have two 16 gigabyte sticks of RAM, because whatever you do get RAM, don't be a cheap bitch and get 1 bar of RAM that has everything in it. Like, for example, and this is talking to people who are building like gaming PCs and stuff like that. Don't get 1 bar of 16 gigabytes of RAM. No, dipshit. Get 2 sticks of 8 gigabyte RAM. And I'm not going to get into the technical aspect. I want to hear that instrumental again. I'm not going to get into the technical aspects, but long story short, it's 100 times better to get 2 8 gigabyte sticks than to get 1 16, even though it's cheaper. Anyway, yeah, get 2 16 gigabytes of RAM, but do get DDR5. The fuck? Why wasn't it scrolling? NVMe SSDs. Make sure it has NV SSD 1 terabyte. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to buying a what is this shit called? SSD. I'm not gonna lie. You should prioritize. Depending on what kind of build you're making, you should prioritize capacity. Especially if you're only gonna have 1 drive in your computer. If you're gonna have 1 SSD to be 1 drive in your computer, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Prioritize capacity. Like, yeah, it's cool to have your shit run NVMe SSD super fast and all that shit, but if you ain't got storage for shit, you're gonna be mad. CPUs and sockets. Consider your CPU's general performance and socket upgradability. Yeah, that's pretty important, because you might have to switch out your motherboard, and you don't want to switch out your motherboard and find out that your shit doesn't work with the new motherboard, which I would argue, make your shit on PC Parts Picker and save your PC Parts Picker build link, so that whenever you want to look at your build and look at the specifics of your build and see like what parts and pieces you could switch out, it's quicker, way quicker to do that and just see and just price shit out in general. But yeah, in general, pay attention to what CPU you get. My advice is always get a CPU a couple generations above whatever the current ones are, so that you could future-proof your PC a bit better. But if you do want to build a starter build with an on par for current generation CPU, you can. And this is just speaking strictly gaming. 1 second, let me check my phone. What the fuck was that? Oh, Anyway, remember, you can always upgrade later. Please do not think with that mindset in mind. Make a computer that is possible to upgrade, but do not rely on the fact that you can upgrade later, because that's not always going to work out with you. But those are 5 tips for building PCs that Jacob Fox generally gives, that I would also love to give. And you can see the link up top, and also from when I was scrolling. If you want to read into this article and read a bit more in detail because you've built a PC or you're just more curious, go ahead. The link is right there. Wait, link is over there. Go ahead, copy that up. One thing I do want to say though about this article is it is way more expensive to build a PC in the short term, but in the long term, it is a much better investment. And which one of them comes first? Oh, cause actually no, fuck that. Where is, no, that's the Astrobot shit. Yeah, I don't know why this is all the way back there. The reason why I'm telling you that is because the new commander-in-chief, Donald Trump, is imposing that he wants to have heavier export tariffs. Now, I'm not gonna go into all the super political implications of that, but short version is, if he does do that, remember, PS5s are not an American product. They are an overseas Japanese product. So just in case you think him raising tariffs is only going to affect the huge companies, number one, whenever large corporations have to pay more for some basic shit, what did I say earlier in this stream? No hustler is going to give you $1 without being able to get 5 out of you. No hustler is going to give you $100 without being able to get $200 on a nice day. Okay? So Trump tariffs can make Trump tariffs, the tariffs that he's imposing, would affect you. Why? Because if you want to get a PS5, even if it's not a Pro, it's gonna cost more. Let's read the Cliff Notes version before I go to the other this article and see. Before I go to this article and see, are there any real differences between the PS5 and the PS5 Pro, or why you should upgrade, or why you should get a PS5 over a PC? But let's read. Trump's proposed tariffs could raise PS5 Pro prices due to increased export costs, because it's going to cost more for companies in America to buy those consoles so that they can sell them. That being whether it's Amazon, like having to get PlayStation and send it to their American facilities to send it to you. Still gotta pay for the import. Whether it's for Walmart buying to put that console on the shelf so that you could come in the store and pay for it, it's now gonna be more expensive to do that. That cost is passed down to you. Uncertainty remains about the impact of tariffs on console prices. Exemptions may be possible. It's not going to be for video games. Video games are not an essential enough thing for these old farts in office to give it an exemption. Also, it doesn't make enough money to where it affects their pockets in a significant enough way, or it affects the pockets of those close to them in a significant enough way for them to give a fuck. Just in case you're not understanding the short version, they do not give a fuck about video games, and video games not get no passes. What did Shy K say? No passes! I was a young nigga skipping them classes! That's what's happening right now. Sony may not need to pass on higher costs to buyers if Japanese electronics face lower tariff rates. Spoiler alert. In theory, the theoretical movie that this is a part of hasn't released. Let's say it's still let's say all they have is a script. I'm gonna spoil the rest of the script for you. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen at all. We're not gonna read too much into this article. If you do want to read into this article and get more details and context, you can, but most of what I'm talking about is gonna cover it, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, though, if one of these 6 surprising things that, what is the name of this person? Let's see if one of these 6 things that surprised Mr. Prickett, Mr. Dom, Peppy Pat? Mr. Dom Peppy Pat. Let's see if one of these things, 16, surprised Mr. Dom Peppy Pat so much that it could convince me, a stubborn motherfucker who only gets what they need, to upgrade from a PS5 to a PS5 Pro. Let's see if they can get me this time. Where's the list, my nigga? Okay, I'm not reading through this article all the way. I'm gonna break it down. The fuck, man? Oh, there are titles. All right, boom. Where is the first title? That's my experience. Okay, I'm gonna read through this. Get your fucking face the fuck up off my screen, nigga. Stop showing me your fucking videos. I want to hear y'all talk. So you've probably seen. There are so many things about this console that he likes. He's attempted to blah blah blah. PlayStation. Oh, it is subtitles. Okay. So I'm gonna read through the subtitles. The first thing he's seen that surprised him about the PS5 Pro is that their data transfer solution for console to console setups is still atrocious. Damn. Starting off with a negative. He said if you want to go from one console to another, their data transfer solution is fucking terrible. Don't know anybody who's using this feature, real shit, but if you did want to use it, if you are on the niche audience of people that would want to use it, yeah, GG's. Shit is ass. There is no way to tell which games are PS5 Pro enhanced from library. So even if you are playing one of the 3.5 games that are PS5 Pro enhanced, you'll never know, meaning you'll never understand what games are PS5 Pro enhanced, meaning you're less likely to benefit from it because you won't even know that there's something to benefit from. But you know, god damn, I can't exit out of that shit. I don't even want to see this fucking overlay. Anyway, yeah. So if your game's PS5 Pro enhanced, you'll never know. You'll never be told to turn it on. But I hope that shit is on by default. What else? Front USB slots are both USB-C with no USB-A. Now, if you don't know what that means, I saw Maximilian Dude tweet on this. So actually, let me pull that up. Am I spelling it right? Million Dude. Okay, yeah, I definitely spelled something wrong. Where is it? Search. Oh, Maximilian. Oh, I thought it was Maximilian this whole time. I never had to actually type it out because I could just always find his videos whenever I needed to. Huh. I learn something new every day. I just learned today that it's Maximilian. I thought it was Maximilian this whole fucking time. But let's go to images. Phew. Once in a while you find a creator. There we go. So just in case you don't know what USB-C ports are, those. So if you wanted to charge your phone or charge your controller using a USB cord and your console, you got to turn your console around, or you got to do what specifically PlayStation and the manual and anybody who is who knows anything about technology would say is a bad idea. You have to plug your fucking controller into the wall, or you have to buy their shitty proprietary stand, which no fucking body wants to buy or use because it's stupid. So just in case you don't know, the ports that you use to charge up your phone, yeah, it's only 2 of those on the front. And in case you don't know what USB-A is, where is my cord? The port that you plug this into, well, just so y'all can see it, the side that you plug this into. Oh yeah, that's better. The side that you plug this into, that's USB-A. Come on, go in. Alright, we good. Yeah, so there's 2 USB-A ports on the front. It works better with the PS5, with the PS Portal than base PS5. I mean, I would the fuck hope so, but real shit. Which one of y'all niggas in the audience? And feel free to type in the chat or type in the comments. How many of y'all have a PS5 Portal? How many of y'all are using it? How many of y'all woke up today saying, I really can't wait to use my PlayStation Portal today? I'll give you a hint. The answer is way, way higher than -1, but way lower than all of you. Where's the next headline? It still doesn't auto detect the wired connection. What do you mean? Incidentally though, don't expect the PS5 Pro to know when it's got an Ethernet cable jammed into its rear end. So if you're playing games on Ethernet, you still have to go into the settings and set it to I'm playing on Ethernet. So even when you're playing on Ethernet, you still can't get the benefit of playing on Ethernet. Man, oh man, dude. You know what wouldn't do that? A fucking PC. The vertical stand that you have to pay extra for, which is $25, isn't as premium as it should be for 25 euros. I believe that is, yeah, euros. $30. So you gotta pay $30 for a stand. It's not even that good. Is that all 6? Let's read his synopsis. I will actually read his synopsis though. For a machine with a $700 price tag, he is a bit surprised, because I damn sure ain't, is a bit surprised with the hurdles and challenges he's faced in setting it up and using it on the first few days he's owned it. Which, by the way, most people are just gonna have a funky console that doesn't work well because planned obsolescence. He's figured out that he is, what the fuck is that? Nigga, did you just call me a slurring Egyptian bitch?
Oh, Faye.
Nah, bro. That sounds like you just called me the N-word with a hard R and Egyptian or something. What the fuck does that mean? Having good or detailed knowledge of. Bitch, did you just call me a nerd and Egyptian? Fuck is wrong with you? Fuck is a owl Faye? Nigga, I'll talk about owl Faye. Bitch, I'll fade you for some shit like that. Like, what is we talking about, bro? Nah, bro. If a nigga ever come up to me and say, I'll fade, I'm punching that nigga so hard, his hairline gonna fuck up. Nah, bro. I don't ever want to hear none of y'all come up to me and say this shit. I will be smacking y'all so hard you piss blood. Basically, this nigga sucks with consoles. He does this all day, every day. Oh wait, he says he does this all day. He's a nerdy or whatever. He does this all day, so he's managed to figure out and address a lot of those problems for himself. But the average person, why? Dear journalists, either say but lowercase and continue the sentence, or end the sentence and start the next one. God damn, how hard is that? So I've managed to figure out and address a lot of these problems myself. I think the average consumer will be a bit blindsided by it all. That sounds perfectly fine. Stop starting sentences off with conjunctions. Stop. How are you going to continue a thought that you're just starting? That shit doesn't make any sense. That's conceptually impossible. But like, imagine a nigga started his thought off with, but I think the average, that doesn't make sense. The sentence is fine if you remove the but. God damn. I ain't saying you gotta be an English major expert, but Jesus Christ. Nigga, you grew up speaking this language, became a grown-ass adult that's paid to write articles and stuff using this language, and your ass still can't use it? Like, god damn. You able to use dumbass words like nigga and Egyptian, but you can't fucking either use the conjunction. Like, damn. Either stand on the fact that you want to use the conjunction, or be a bitch ass nigga and don't use the conjunction. Either one you choose. Stop starting sentences with but. And and just to clarify, I'm not picking on him or nothing. I'm saying this to all you journalists in general. God damn, like, this shit makes me mad. Like, I spent all these years learning how to speak English just to watch niggas get paid to speak in it. Not even know how to speak it. Like, damn, bro. Anyway, I think the average consumer will be a bit blindsided by it all, to be honest. Why didn't you start that sentence off, but we're a long way from being able to simply get something working out of the box. Why? Because you niggas have been buying console after console that doesn't fucking work and just hoping for updates. I'm from America. I don't trust that niggas gonna do none of what he says. You show me a broken product, for me, that means for the rest of the time you are selling and you put out a broken product. I don't give a fuck if you fix the product retroactively. Think about it like this. If you went to buy a car that only had 3 tires and them niggas told you, we'll try to give you another tire pretty soon, unless you just want to go out your way and make your own tire, would you buy that car? No, you wouldn't. You would go buy a different car. Same thing with games. Why would I listen to a nigga promising me that they gonna fix the game? If you get my money, you don't actually have to fix shit. I already paid for the game, so why would you fix it? I'm just hoping and trusting this big corporation has integrity. Crazy, bro. Crazy. That said, though, he's had a great time with the software side of things so far. Don't sound like that. He can't get over Rebirth. Even, nigga, you're talking about games. You've had fun with games that you could also have equally the same amount of fun with on PC. On your base PS5. This shit's not magically gonna make your gaming experience better. The same thing I say with updating your controller. Like, if you get a PS5 Pro, your controller's not magically gonna grow a third button that enhances the gameplay or add a new feature into the controller. The same set of features since the controller been released in the first version of the PlayStation 5th edition. So this is all a bunch of copium. This paragraph right here, this is the nigga coping. And he's a journalist and probably got the shit for free and he's still coping. It still sucks that small but important features have been locked behind a $700 paywall. He is looking forward to running he's looking forward to running games on new hardware, whatever. The slight performance boost that it'll give the engine, blah blah. He does think he is going to enjoy using this machine as the early day kinks are ironed out. What did I say? You're basically buying a half-ass effort that's not finished. I just wish Sony would invest the same thought and intentionality into its UI and software design as it does the hardware. You wish they would finish the fucking console so you could plug it in and play like what console's main selling point is supposed to be. Like it's supposed to. But don't worry. Astrobot sells 1.5 million copies in 2 months. I wanted to bring this up not only because of PlayStation. Also, I didn't find any articles about this headline, but just to go over it briefly. I still don't understand why you niggas is paying for YouTube and making all these goddamn excuses. I will continue to sell the 7 Cs. Fuck out of here. I'ma sell the 7 Cs and I'ma use Tubi and all that other stuff. I'ma sell the 7 Cs and use Tubi all day, every day, nigga. Never gonna stop. Anyway, until there's a platform that does the job better than selling 7 Cs, I'm not. Because I'm not going to show you a 7 Cs website, but what I will show you is Amazon. What's the name of that show? Let me set it up while I talk about it. Since we on the topic. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna finish saying what I was gonna say about this, then I'll switch gears and talk about that a little bit, I guess. But Astrobot sold 1.5 million. I want to bring this up for 2 reasons. First reason why I wanted to bring this up is because, yo, Ubisoft, see what happens when you make a good game and you don't set your expectations unrealistically high? Well, greedy bitch ass niggas. Y'all see what happened? Well, y'all make a good game that is enjoyable, that prioritizes the user's fun. You see what happens? It sells 1.2 million copies in 2 months. And it's only going up from here. But you know, I'm just a dumbass gamer. I don't know nothing about nothing. But to speak about Invincible, not dumbass, but Invincible. But to speak about the whole YouTube Premium thing, like for example, I was talking to my mom the other day, and I mentioned to my mom that I watched all of look, I searched for Invincible. What's the first thing I see? This shit. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm bugging. I was about to say the shit don't even pop up. But what was I about to say? Oh, I was mentioning to her that I watched Fallout that way, huh? Which way? That way. Fall off the trap like a Segway. That way, way. Which way? That way. Criminal way. Take way. Anyway, that I watched all of Fallout the special way. Now, I'm not going to play any of this. I'm just going to show you something. One thing I mentioned is that the reason why I watch my stuff the finesse way, even though I pay for Amazon Prime monthly, is because there's certain features in here that are just better when I watch it the finesse way and watch it in a different video player. Because like, look, they have all these different language options just in case I speak a different language or something like that. But let's go into the subtitle settings. What is the first thing y'all notice? I have some size options and I have some preset options for how I want the subtitles to look. Now, this is gonna be an IYKYK type of moment, but if I was to load up any one of the players that finesse websites love to run off of, guess what would happen? I would have more options than this pitiful bullshit. What are these options? There's like no fucking options here. I can't customize the font. I can't change if I want it raised or not. I can't change the color of the font. What if I'm colorblind and I don't want to use black on yellow text? What if I want to what if I want to take a screenshot to make a meme or a joke about one of your TV shows to give you some free promotion and spread something about your TV show? And I want it to be in specific colors to match with the theme of whatever's going on screen. Well, fuck that. There's no options for the captions. And as somebody who's passionate about using captions and about like how captions add to my experience, I hate that shit. So even though I pay for it, I'ma still watch it the other way. Just so y'all know, because I love it when people try and use the idea or the excuse, oh, you just pirate stuff. You just watch stuff the pirate way because you're a cheapy McCheaperson. You're a broke bitch. No, nigga, I get better service if I do it that way than if I do it their way. And I pay for this service, and I'm telling you I don't use it despite the fact that I pay for it. So, that being said, y'all, just in case somebody asks me what's my thoughts, whole section of this video talking about it. But the next thing we're gonna talk about is I meant to put this in the other section earlier where I was talking about what greedy bitch ass niggas. Woo! First off, before I go further, what the hell is NUE? Fucking innuendo? What?
Ennui.
Oh, so basically there's the sadness. Basically, WB is feeling sad that their game sucks. And I meant to put this with the other stuff. But look, listen guys. WB, they figured out the solution to all their financial woes. The reason why WB is suffering and struggling right now isn't because they're releasing shit games or mid games at bad times. No. It's because they're trying to watch 10, 12, 15, 20 different games. And they need to quit that shit. If they want to release better games, they need to stop releasing so many of them. I'm not gonna lie. This is about the dumbest shit I heard these niggas say in a very, very long time. What do you mean? It's because you're trying to launch 10, 12, 15, 20 different games. Nigga, I looked up You know what? Let's go to WB Games Wiki. Because when I looked it up earlier, it said it was having trouble finding out what games you released this year. I could only find 5 games, really 4, because one was a collection re-release, excuse me, to figure out what games y'all had. But let's go. WB Games. I don't know why I didn't think of this when I was trying to look to see what they released this year earlier, but my points still stand. Studios, from studios, list of video games. Reference it. What the fuck is this? Revamp to WB Games. Damn, it's no one comprehensive list. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. I thought Wiki failed me for once. Well, Wiki failed me more than once, but I thought it failed me. 2023. So in 2024, first game y'all released in 2024, Suicide Squad Killer Justice League. This is the game, like I say, every year, there's one game that becomes a punching bag for the gaming community that doesn't deserve it, and one that does deserve it. This is the one that did deserve it. You fully released Multiverses out of beta. The main point in the last video where I was talking about it, or this video, I'm not sure. Multiverses, come to find out, the chief financial officer of WB came out his mouth himself and said, Multiverses cost us 100 M's. What is 100 M's? $1 million. USD. United States dollars. Multiverses cost what greedy bitch ass niggas, WB Studios, $100 million. The CFO of WB Games came out his mouth and said that in a financial call. So this game, these 2 games flopped. This game is struggling to hold 100 people on fucking scene. You know what? Let's do the update. Search Suicide Squad Killer Justice League. Steam DB. Let's see how many people are playing this game. In the last 24 hours, 203 people was their 24-hour peak. Nigga, Concord got more than that. Concord got more than that, and the game was playable for 14 days. 14, bitch ass nigga. 14. Multiverses. They lost over 98% of their players. I looked up the numbers earlier. Actually, I looked up, yeah, you could go to that video. I looked up the numbers and I did the math earlier. Multiverses lost 98% of its player base. And that's a generous estimate. I overestimated to make the numbers look better than they are. And overestimating, it was really like they had with the generous estimate, they had 1.7% of their player base compared to and not their peak from when they launched in beta, their peak from when they re-released this year. Their peak from when they re-released this year, they've only been able to retain 1% of their player base. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. This game released this year, not gonna lie, I really want to know why the fuck they released this game as its own separate game and they didn't make it fuck, what's the name of that damn other Harry Potter game? Damn, what's the name of it? It released last year. It was the most sold game of last year. No, not Magic Awaken. Hogwarts Legacy. I don't know why they didn't make this a Hogwarts Legacy expansion, or they didn't do a deal where if you have Hogwarts Legacy, you get this game for free or something like that. That would have been a great idea, but you know, clap it up. Fucking game flopped as well. Batman Arkham Shadow, MetaQuest, triple plastic MetaQuest exclusive. It's a VR game, so inherently it's not gonna do that well. Switch release, and then Wonder Woman, that game's in development hell. So what do you mean won't be trying to launch 10, 12, 15, 20 different games? Nigga, huh? Wait, hold up. Let me turn off my I now remember why I changed off of this theme. I like it, but not working out. Configuration. No, actually, fuck it. I'll just highlight it. Actually, real shit, I don't even have to read this shit because I already... No. I want to see if there's more details. I want to see. So let's highlight the whole article. Boom. We'll just read it like that. Suicide Squad didn't exactly fly off the shelf, blah, blah, blah. That's the first article. Didn't exactly fly off the shelf for old Warner Brothers, despite clearly having a lot of effort put into it. Where that effort? Because I can't find it. Where that effort? None of the people that played it could find it. What effort, nigga? What effort? Lazy ass game. What effort, nigga? And wound up with the same player base as Gotham Knights somehow. Nope, Gotham Knights had a player base. Gotham Knights just had some glaring issues, but Gotham Knights had a player base. That's not fair. It just wasn't the live service hit they thought it would be. It more went popular as like a solo price drop game. Gotham Knights wasn't no fucking 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10 game. It's a price drop game. Gotham Knights had a player base. Don't do that. Don't do that. It currently has a 24-hour peak of 181 Steam players at the time it was writing. At the time we saw, at a 24-hour peak of 2,000. Hasn't broken over 1,000 concurrents on the platform in 6 months. That's not to mention Multiverses, which came out and its post-beta hiatus has been not doing well, losing an extra 100 M's for the company. Which, like I said earlier, not only did Multiverses lose 100 M's from them, it lost 98%. Generous. Those are generous numbers. Generous, overestimated numbers. They lost 98% of their player base. This is more going over the financial call. Now, granted, one should point out that both Suicide Squad and Multiverses both heavily featured DC characters, but shut the fuck up. Because I feel like what I'm about to see next, I feel like what he's about to say next is something along the lines of, oh, we accidentally cannibalized ourselves because we released a game with Batman and we released a game with Batman as a character in it, and we released a VR game where you get to play as Batman. People were overwhelmed. They got too much Batman at once. Who is this? Dickhead Zaslav? We're through some of the worst, and it hasn't been pretty on the gaming business. But we have 4 games that are really powerful. What are they? Because the list I showed you didn't have them. The list of games released this year did not have them. Hogwarts Legacy, best-selling game of last year, turned around this year and said, let's double down on making live service games. I don't know why. We're going to go away from trying to launch 10, 12, 15 different games. You didn't even release 5 this year. I think we have a real chance now with focus to have the gaming business be steadier. Steadier implies that it had a steady foothold at all. Now, granted, one should point out that both Suicide Squad and Multiverses both heavily featured DC characters, but I suppose the hint of that return to Batman means a shift away from trying to do an extended universe with the Thing. What? Now you might be thinking, hey, Harvey, didn't Batman get shot in the brain? Weren't people mad about it? To which I'll remind you that this is comic book world building, bucko. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League has been unkilling the Justice League for a hot minute. Which, yes, that is true. They've been unkilling the characters. But I would say that makes it... Oh, I didn't even notice this song was playing in the background. Why is this shit still on the playlist? What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Let me take this shit on the playlist. Not that the song is bad or anything, but I don't want... Anyway, unloaded the goddamn song. Wait a minute, because that song has popped up more than once on that goddamn playlist. 1 second, y'all. Where is it?
Let's talk about it, just don't talk about it, you gotta be about it. Don't talk about it, they riot. Don't talk.
That's not even on a playlist. What the hell?
Let's talk about it, just don't talk.
You know what? Maybe that was unedited. Nope, it is. I just saw it.
Don't talk about it, they riot.
Remove. There we go. Something else I haven't played yet. Close my eyes. Okay, now what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So with them killing then unkilling Batman, it makes it feel like when you play through the story of the game that you're playing the story for no fucking reason. Cause it's like, not only did you not go with the creative decision to kill Batman and stand on it for the purpose of what it did, it now feels like I had to watch my goat because I didn't really care, but just speaking from the viewpoint of how I would feel if I did, I had to watch my goat die just for him to get brung back to life. So your story doesn't mean shit. Of course, there'll need to be someone to replace the late Kevin Conroy, a genuinely gargantuan task, considering how iconic his voice was, blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with that. Mine, Roger Craig Smith didn't do a terrible job at Arkham Origins, but that's an old ass game. Otherwise, it'll be a balanced diet of those 4 IPs from now on. They must have cut out the part where he named those 4 IPs. We are focusing our development efforts on those core franchises. What core franchises? With proven studios to improve our success ratio, blah, blah, blah. Meaning that shit like Player First is going to get shut the fuck down, which is what I fear, which I go over it more, but that game is client side, so that's a bad thing. Yeah. That's a couple more details, but it's not that y'all released a lot of game. It's that y'all released a lot of shit game. Multiverses underperformed. Suicide Squad underperformed. Fucking Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, underperformed. Batman Arkham Origins, whatever the fuck that VR shit is, it's a VR game, so it's not going to make a lot of money compared to the other two. Now, it may be able to grow and recoup its own cost, but shoulder shrug. Now, this was supposed to be grouped with the other Sony news, but it's all going to be one big video, so whatever. Sony promises better PlayStation quality checks after Concord's failure. Now, I'm going to look for the quotes throughout this article, but I'm not going to lie. The reason why Concord failed was not because of its quality check. And like I said under the post where I seen this, Concord didn't fail because of a quality check. Doesn't matter what the quality of the game is if nobody knows about it. This game didn't get any marketing, didn't get any promotion. The exec tried to explain how things went so wrong. I want to hear them quotes. Okay, here's this man Tokati's full comments during today's second quarter earnings call via Sony's translator. Currently, we are still in the process of learning and basically with regards to IP, you don't know the result until you actually try it. So basically they said we're learning through trial by fire. Okay. So for us, y'all, nigga, PlayStation has been producing games for at least 10 years. What the fuck you mean you're learning? Currently, we are still in the process of learning, and basically with regards to IP, you don't know the result until you actually try it, which is true. So for us, for our reflection, probably we need to have a lot of gates, including user testing and evaluation and timing of such gates. We need to bring them forward, and we should have done those gates much earlier than we did. Concord's gameplay was fucking fire. Concord, I say it, because I'm not one of these dumbass, go, bro, sweet baby. I'm not one of those dumbass weirdos. I actually played the game and formed my own opinion. Concord was actually a fire game that I had a lot of fun with. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch my video I made about Concord. Okay? I enjoy the gameplay of Concord. You don't need a fucking quality check. You need to promote the fucking game. Put out a commercial for this game. An actual commercial. And if you're not gonna do that, then don't drop this game in prime gaming season. Because let's say Concord did come out and it did gain a bit of an audience. You know what would have happened? I'll show you what would have happened. Even though the games play completely different, whenever you drop an FPS, You have to compete with Call of Duty. Now, whether that's through being directly the same kind of FPS, like military simulation shooter, or being a different kind of game, like let's say something like the Finals, where even though that game is like a realistic, it's not really, I mean, even though that game is like a FPS, it's not a realistic FPS sim with all the crazy kooky shit you could do with like the light characters being able to tether, you being able to break the walls and bust down and blow up buildings with your raw hands as a heavy. Still gotta compete with Call of Duty. Why does the Finals have its own audience? Because it's a different game, but it still has to compete with Call of Duty. And I don't even have to look it up. I guarantee you, if I go and check, when Call of Duty came out, it had a slight dip in players. Now, some of those players might have came back, those numbers might have recovered, but I guarantee you it had a slight dip in players when Black Ops 6 came out, because a lot of those people were just playing this to cope until Black Ops 6 came out. So, as soon as Black Ops 6 came out, its player base would have went, ooh. It's not the quality of the game. The game was fucking fire. The game was fire. I enjoyed all my time playing that game. All the 4 or 5 hours that the game was available to me to be playable. And also we did have a soiled organization. So yeah, wait, no, my dumbass. What does that mean? Because my brain skipped to soiled. What is a siloed organization? The term organizational silo refers to business divisions that operate independently and avoid sharing information. Basically, they said we brought the company and we gave them money and we said do whatever the fuck you feel like is best, and we didn't really check on them. We didn't really make sure they was doing their job and none of that shit. Where's my handy sandy? What the fuck? I just realized. Oh, I was supposed to refill that shit too. Damn, I gotta buy a refill for that. Anyway, and also we have a silo organization. So I just touched my eye by accident. So going beyond the boundaries of those organizations in both development and sales, and I think that could have been much more smoother. Nah, that wouldn't help you, gang. That wouldn't help you. Reports came out. The person who was running Firewall Studio was toxically positive. I'm just making sure I can see out this eye. The person running that studio was toxically positive, so he wasn't taking change this, change that. Nah. Anything he did was right. He was God's gift to gaming in terms of his opinion, according to reports. Going forward, in our first part, I sound like a fucking Canadian. Ew. When I apologize, I can't even finish that sentence because I don't apologize. Fuck you, bitch ass niggas. But if I was to ever apologize, I wouldn't say sorry. I would say sorry. But I never say sorry because if I did it, I stun on any bitch ass nigga. Going forward in our first party titles and third party title, we do have many different windows, and we want to be able to select the right and optimal window so we can deploy them in our own platform without cannibalization, and so we can maximize performance in terms of title launches. Not gonna lie, you're worried about cannibalizing your platform, nigga. Concord needed commercials. Oh, I forgot to say it. Concord did not die, it was killed. It wasn't because you didn't quality check the game. It's because the game released at a shitty time. Also, this is what I want to say is a good thing. In a recent investor call, Sony reaffirmed its commitment to major single-player games and pointed to Ghost of Yotei and Death Stranding 2 on the beach. What? Is that really the name of the game? On the beach as 2 already slated for next year. I want to say, if this is true, if this is the truth, I'm going to look for a direct quote to see exactly what was said. But if that is true, oh my God, fucking W. Stop trying to focus on all these damn live service games. Focus on releasing games that are fun. Chief, I don't know how to pronounce that, but Chief SH, their IR chief said that they plan to, quote, continue releasing major single player game titles every year from next fiscal year onwards. Thank you. Cause that live service shit, y'all caught a hit with Helldivers, but lightning in a bottle. So what major single player games do they have in the works? We already know Ghost of Yotei. Okay, so that was a pretty short article that was mostly headline. Oh no, I read on that one already. I assume it's about the same thing. Unless we get more. Oh wait, we already read a direct quote. Yeah, Concord failed because they didn't promote it. I'm gonna drink some water, but then we gonna have to break down and talk about some sad news about what happened with the Take-Two sale that I said was crazy, was possible. How long have I been yapping for? Bro, it is rare that I yap for 2 hours straight, bro. That's how you could tell we had a lot of news, and this is like should be my last batch, my last segment of things I'm talking about, but still, like, damn. Anyway, 6 months after Take-Two CEO said, quote, "We didn't shutter those studios," Take-Two confirms it shuttered the studios that made Kerbal Space Program and Rollerdrome, and the game Rollerdrome. Now, I sat up here and said it already. Rollerdrome, if y'all haven't played it, it's pretty fun, and I'm pretty sure y'all have at least heard of Kerbal Space Program, because that's a pretty popular franchise, and it has like a cult-like following, cult-like fan base. But let me Control A so I can read the article. Take-Two has now confirmed. Oh wait, no. In April, and despite previous reassurance that layoffs weren't on the table, Take-Two announced that a cost reduction plan that resulted in making 5% of its workforce redundant. So as I said in my last video, it is what I predicted. Because I said it was two things. Either they said this shit ain't making us no money, or we don't feel like spending money on it no more, or they were losing money and had to get rid of something, and they got rid of the indie games division. And it's exactly that. Had a cost reduction plan that resulted in making 5% of his workforce redundant. Amid that announcement, a Bloomberg report claimed Take-Two had shuttered 2 studios, Ollie World and Rollerdrome developer Roll7, which is sad because on Roll7, that studio, I remember Ollie from like playing that shit on like Flash games. So to see that studio get shut down is kind of crazy work. And Kerbal Space Program developer Intercept Games. However, that boy denied this in a statement provided to IGN at the time, saying very clearly, "We didn't shutter those studios." Well, it does seem that they indeed did shutter them studios. Major corporation lied because it benefited them to lie more than it did to tell the truth? No way. No way. They did that. That's crazy. Why would they ever? That doesn't have my best interest in mind, and they only do things that have our best interest in mind. The corporations love us. They love and enjoy everything we do. You already hear how fucking delusional I sound, nigga. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It's unclear if there was some sort of technicality hidden in the timing of his previous statements to the contrary that would make the statement more accurate at the time. But at least it appears it didn't paint a comprehensive picture. That boy has been in the news quite a bit recently. Yeah. Just a couple of hours from the same GT. Okay, yeah, that stuff I already went over in previous days. But real quick. Mini episode of DEI War. I'm gonna put this in a playlist, but this is not a full-blown episode, but mini episode of DEI War. So come to find out, go woke, go broke niggas don't play games. Why do I say that? Because I like this post and I seen it earlier, and you could scroll down in the comments, and as you can see, I muted a couple people, but a lot of the stuff that these people was like, look at this meme. This is on Xitter. This platform, if somebody was to type that word out, On this platform, there would be no consequences. You could post memes alluding to that in a malicious way. Because sometimes I've seen gay people make memes where they include the word and they use it in like a way that black people use nigga type of way. But like, this is a malicious, mean, fucked up meme. Like, actually, I'm gonna report this shit on stream. Cause fuck you niggas. Report. Hate. Next. Slurs and tropes. Ooh, I like that was the first one. What's next? Block them. They can still see my post because that change rolled out. Hold on, cause I really gotta... Yo, I hate that feeling when it's been a minute since you showered, like aka yesterday, and your body just gets itchy all over. It's like, ugh. Oh, look. Once you expel this demented ideology, games will be good again. Acting on homosexual desires is wrong. It should never be portrayed in a positive light. It is harmful and against God. You list the election in a bloodbath, and you, I assume that's lose, in a bloodbath, and you still think the majority of America wants to hear this bullshit? Keep your kinks to yourself, loser. These are real comments on the platform. I just read you real comments from the platform. A lot of these niggas, they say this and that about, oh, Dragon Age, the Veil Guard has gone woke. Let's look up when it says right here in the headline. Dragon Age Origins, the first game in the franchise, came out in 2009. So wait. Y'all complaining about them adding DEI woke agenda stuff in this game, but in the first Dragon Age there were homosexual romance options where there, I assume, are gay sex scenes, lesbian sex scenes. In Dragon Age 2, we looked it up. There are 2 romances in that game that you can specifically only unlock if you engage in homosexual relationships with those characters. Same thing for the last Dragon Age game, Inquisition. There are plenty of homosexual and bisexual, all of those LGBTQI plus terms, sexuality, choices in that game, including same-sex relationships. So for the past 3 Dragon Age games, it's been like this, but this game has gone, meaning this is the first one to do it, woke. Like I say, the reason why I love to clown these go woke, go broke, goofy ass niggas is because if you ask them what games they play, you can go in the history of those games and show them. You can show that either A, these niggas don't play no games, or B, that they're fucking hypocrites because their favorite game has something that they can consider either woke or DEI. And they'll try and sit there and say, oh, but it wasn't forced. It wasn't forced. Okay, define to me what forced is. They're not going to be able to tell you. Tell you, these niggas be stupid. These niggas be dead dumb. And I was so happy when I said this. I was so happy when I saw this, I mean. Because I was like, oh. So, for 4 games straight, they added gay romance options. And y'all niggas get mad at it now? So that means you didn't play the last 3 games. So that means either you're a fucking fake fan or you're a hypocrite. And I think spin the chamber, see which one shoots, is gonna be the hypocrite bullet. Anyway, to talk about something a little bit more happy, a little bit more positive. I didn't know that there was like a modding scene for Warhammer at all, let alone strong enough to get an IGN article. But let's read about it. Ever since Space Marine 2's record-breaking launch in September, I love Space Marines, but what the fuck record did they break? Like genuinely, I want to know. Players have faced the prospect of awkwardness before they set out on a co-op mission. Awkwardness that makes simply by playing the class you want more frustrating than it should be. Space Marines 2 includes 3-player co-op missions as a part of Operations Mode. These co-op missions are set during the game's campaign, but with different characters who are off doing missions that tie into the events that follow the main character, Titty. Operations mode restricts a squad to one Space Marine of each class. So, for example, it is impossible to have an all-sniper team. Developer Saber has said this is a deliberate design decision to encourage strategic variety. Cool. Basically, we designed the game so that you can have a fun challenge. The problem is Space Marines 2 will actively matchmake you into a group with a player who is the same class as the one you've already selected in-game. There's an area of the battle purge where players... Oh! So basically, the game has fucked up matchmaking for that mode. A symbol before operations mode kicks off. The countdown only begins when all 3 players have selected a different class. Oof. This means you can end up in awkward standoffs where 2 or more players want to be the same class, and then now people gotta quit out. Now you gotta, like he said, now you gotta have a standoff. You gotta tell them, I'm not switching. You gotta switch, bitch ass nigga. Now you gotta leave, or you gotta have a bunch of people leave because you don't want to switch your class because you're trying to grind the class. I can see how this is frustrating. It's frustrating and often bubbles up on the Space Marine 2 Discord subreddits and on social media as players work to level up certain classes above others. Staff at Saber said class matchmaking is on the cards, but modders have already gone one step further and removed the class limits in operations mode entirely. Yeah, I see why this is a mod, because this goes against the vision of the creator. I don't really want to... Oh, this customization in this game is sexy. But, I don't... it's not too much for me to go into here, because that goes against the creative vision of the directors. I could understand that their creative vision may not be the most fun always, especially when you have to play with randoms, but I have to kind of shrug my shoulders on this one and say, hey, it is what it is. Play it on solo player. I don't know. I don't really see anything too great or too bad from that one. This one I just kind of wanted to touch on briefly. There's still dumbasses who think that global warming isn't real. It is October, and during Halloween, it was hot as fuck. I know because I was outside. Usually on Halloween, I'm outside shivering. Nigga, well, actually not me, because it's not cold till 30 degrees for me, and I realize that my cold tolerance is lower than most other people's cold tolerance. But like, people I know that have a low tolerance to cold weather was outside, sleeves out, in they sexy costumes, butt ass out, traveling from place to place, no jacket on, none of that. So for those of y'all who believe in all this dumbass weather machines, global warming is fake shit, I guess, bro. By the way, I've never been, currently am not, and will never be suicidal. Sensor becomes Guinness World Record holder after pull-up attempt finally gets approved. Control, where's it? I want to read more about this because we read about this basically. Basically, he did a live stream where he broke the record for the most pull-ups, but because he did it in the name of a charity, they denied it. I want to see what made them flip gears and turn their mind around. Call of Duty Pro streamer Doug Sensor Martin is now the proud holder of a Guinness World Record after performing over 9,000 pull-ups in a 24-hour period, beating the former record by over 300 reps. His successful attempt took place on the 8th of September 2024. But a month later, he was informed that the Guinness World Book of Records had rejected it because the governing body of the World Records claimed that his efforts were not done for his own personal achievement. During his stream, he also advertised One or More Rep Athletics Fitness, a fitness company based out of the United States. Yeah. What made them flip? Luckily, those conversations finally reached a conclusion as Sensor excitedly shared a screenshot of an email from the Guinness World Book of Records with good news. We are thrilled to inform you that your application for most pull-ups in 24 hours male has been successful and you are now a Guinness World Records title holder. He simply shared a post going OMG, blah, blah, blah. I thought there was going to be more details in this as to why they flipped their decision. I don't know. Oh, I saw something about their opening registration for its closed beta. I just wanted to sit here and watch the trailer on stream. I wanted to watch the trailer on stream and see if it was even worth considering signing up for this open beta and taking time on my schedule to play it on stream. I'm like planning to play it on stream. Let's look at their trailer. It's time to blow shit up. Exit out of that. Let's see, 31 seconds. Let's see if this shit is worth playing. And yes, it is a mobile game. It is a mobile game. And I knew that before clicking on it. But I want to see if it's worth it. What the fuck is that aim? Wait, so everybody just gets aimbot? Well, you know what? For a casual mobile game, I actually don't mind. Oh wait, it's also on PC. It's primarily a mobile game, but I guess it's also on PC. Not gonna lie, I hate this game. I hate this game. This game looks shitty in microtransaction field. Cause what the fuck is this art style? This shit looks like an asset flip. Not gonna lie. A lot of mobile games look like that, but I'm not signing up for a closed beta to a game that looks like a fucking asset flip. You got this cool Grand Theft Auto-esque type of art style over here, but like you got this cool art style and like the damn promotional material and the shots where it zoom in and you see the character face. Where was one of them? Like when you zoom into the character, you see this cool, unique art style. It's kind of reminds me of like cross between TF2 and Grand Theft Auto. You got this cool looking art style, unique art style, just so that when you zoom into gameplay, you gotta look at this shit. This shitty ass, dirty ass, dusty ass UI. Yeah, get this shit the fuck up out of here. Looks like a shitty mobile game. I'm not requesting closed beta access for that shit. 18 articles for today. Deleted. Oh man. Today we talked about a lot. For those of y'all watching live, I'm about to restart the VOD. All you have to do is refresh your browser. But we are exiting out of this and we are booting up Warhammer 40k Space Marines. Refresh. I'm gonna type it in the chat.